Warning: this game is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning: this game is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning: this game is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Guess who's back? Back again? I am back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey guys, GG Gamer here. I'm your host, GG Gamer, and today we're playing Doki Literature Club Plus. I remember hearing about this game when it first came out. As the previous loop video, it said rated M for mature. For any of you who are under the age of 18, please leave the stream. It's not age appropriate for you. Anyways, I heard this is like a dating sim / visual novel. And without further ado, let's jump right into the world of Doki Literature Club Plus. I can't speak apparently. Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. Okay. I'm waiting. All characters in this game are over the age of 18. That is good. This game is not settled for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay, tell me what you mean, okay? Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Okay? Tell me why. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in the game content warnings can be enabled in the setting menu at any time. Sure. Thank you for your interest in Doki Literature Club. Doki Literature Club is a horror game. Please do not take this lightly. Okay, how is this a horror game? DDLC may not be suitable for you if you are affected by any of the following themes: depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. These themes are not merely suggested, but are often portrayed as realistically as possible, and thus may disturb you as if they were real. Okay, I can see why they have the rated M theme. Furthermore, the above list is not 100% exhaustive. If you would like to be warned when potentially sensitive content is about to occur while playing the game, detailed content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu. For those who with extra concern for their mental health, our recommendation of the safest approach is to avoid playing this game, essentially. We trust that given your understanding of your own mental health, you are able to make the decision that is right for you. Thank you for consideration and for staying safe. By playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbed content. Yes. Serenity Forge Team Salvato. This game is not suitable for children. Damn, this song's good. At the beat. Huh. It seems like it's loud enough for me. That is jump right into the game. Please enter our name. We're gonna be, of course, called GG Gamer. Okay, we'll do this. Since we can't use our regular streamer name. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend, since we were children. So childhood friend. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, GG Gamer! I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, it's a fact! I just stood and watched. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. What's wrong with that? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. You cheat, you jerk. Whatever you say, Sayori. To cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, gamer, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't even been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she was going on about. This is when you need to pay attention, me! Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yes! My type of dude! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought that you'd become a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I'm not a NEET, guys! I swear, I go out! Like the other day, I went shopping, and I also went and got some lunch, spent some time with friends. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that at the very least. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs? I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. My man started with the anime club, let's go! Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out. So you came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed! You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why'd you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Okay, I'm in. I want the cupcake. Don't make me make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? My man for the cupcake! Let's go! Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That one time I sold my soul for a cupcake. The anime. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Hey everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, I love this music. I don't know why. It's so catchy. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayori's always say nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What's wrong with being a boy? Rude. GGG Gamer, what a nice surprise. How do you know my name? Welcome to the club. I have so many questions. How do you know my name? All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turned back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Oh, so purple hair is Yuri, got it. You don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparable, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, nice to meet you, both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? So that third girl is Monika, got it. That's right. It's great to see you again, Gigi. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, You too, Monika? Come sit down, GG Gamer. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes! Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki probably merges back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh-ah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Ooh! The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh my gosh. I like that. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Wow. Messy eater, I see. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Oh, you checking? Are you seeing if I like it or not? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. Yum. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Oh, we got a tsundere! Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Every tsundere character in an anime ever? Made them for you or anything? Where's the baka? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you know. Oh, you dummy! Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I mean, I use water and lemonade, and sometimes tea, but that's pretty much it. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monaco raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I'm here for a favor for, Sayori. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monaco that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As a president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Yeah, that's a good question. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. I can't read, apparently. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could have put it like that. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so diligently by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm. That is what I always have to say. I remember joining clubs back in high school, and they were a pain in the neck. I can tell you that for sure. It really was hard to find and say something committed. So, Gigi, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh, I like manga. Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a really good way of answering that. Manga, obviously. Manga. Yes, my boy! I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she's wanting to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I mean, I read fantasy, and I also read cookbooks, so there's that. Anyway, about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I can see that. But you know, I like a lot of things. Like what? What things do you like? Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like what? Yeah, like tell me what? What do you like? Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you in for a loop? Yep. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, that's nice. I read a horror book once. Desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up from behind Natsuki and puts her hands around her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share with them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Aww, she's shy. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I want to read everyone's poems. Well, we all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, GG Gamer? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Bruh, you get cupcakes and tea, and you're surrounded by girls. What's not to love? Join the dang club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls are staring back at me with dejected eyes. My boy, you did this? Why? But I'm sorry, I thought. Gamer, you all, I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is if I'm writing poems and is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Thank you, you dunce. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I wouldn't be super pissed. I mean, I would be pissed too if someone just came for the cupcakes, but still. I just think, since it's called Literature Club, you would be in the Literature Club, you know? Then it makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club! And thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Gamer, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel that anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, gamer, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart to the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess with that starts writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Okay. Pick words think that your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Let's see. We're gonna start with Joy. Tears. Calm. Uncontrollable. Destiny. What else? What else? Time. Friends. Captive. Precious. Judgment. Frightening. Alone. Wonderful? I don't know how to do this, okay? Disarray. Smile. Bouncy. You know what? Fuck it. Kawaii. Forgive. And Journey. Memories. I have no idea, okay? Hopefully it was good. Hi again, GG Gamer. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little stranger for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, GG Gamer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So he already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to keep just coming here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Oh, busted! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Slightly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. GG Gamer always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I not join the club if I had? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Gamer can become good friends too. Sayori. As usually, Sayori is oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? And never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here... Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? It's called... Plot. Even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Your new book, man! Read your book! I guess I could always read some of the book you gave me. Thank you! But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Wow. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. They're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. But we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like any of that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can't do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating this, like... Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? But what kind? Oh, well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Haha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Bruh. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school even have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Yeah, I'm playing my games. What of it? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have to less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say it so loud. I love my anime. No! I glance over my shoulder to see Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? No, you caught me. Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gone up on time? It's a secret. I knew it! Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. Is she really that gullible? How is it written all over me? You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my finger down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's some toothpaste on your collar right here. I try to wipe the slime with my finger, but nobody would never notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. That is just brutal. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh my gosh, stop being brutal, my man! That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Huh? Don't say it like that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Baka! It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess? Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Doesn't this thing even fit you properly? She purposely got a size too small, you kidding me? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say things like that out loud! When are you get yourself a new thing? Anyways, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer unbuttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Wow, all that work for nothing. Phew. That's so much better. Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like that is a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other when we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. Wow! You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time! Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Gamer, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet, on loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should you show my poem first to? We're gonna go down the list. First to Sayori. Definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. my goodness. This is so good, GG Gamer. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. I just chose random words, okay? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a GG Gamer poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room anyways. Well, of course. I'm not really into yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promises. See? Like I said before, gamer, deep down you are not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all? Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes, or asking me out to come and play. Are you trusting me to wish away on a rainy day? I look above, the blue sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wait, what? Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or a no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. That's when you have coffee and like a bottled coffee and some toast to run on the way. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Anka's the best. Yeah. The next time I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki's next. Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said I was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owl can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be the sophisticated stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in the poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be disheartening. I decided to write about that. Yeah, I can understand it. But the other thing about simple writing is that put it more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant. He needs to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take any away from her. Yuri is next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! So sorry. I forgot about to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thought into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her head in her hands, her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been for several minutes, and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable things I recognized in the new writers was that they tried to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. And the end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't really be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, since she's supposed to be the literature club. Ghosts under the light. The tendencies of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood to the test of time. The cast to be replaced by sickly blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I think that's how it went. I can't read cursive that well. We go to... Where's the history? Oh, right there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have such terrible handwriting. No, it's elegant! What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. Your handwriting is actually elegant compared to mine. Mine's chicken scratch. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, gamer. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's very impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Lastly, Monica. And then after that, we'll end stream. Hi, GG Gamer. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or anything, things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, gamer. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? Wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well... Maybe be good friends, but Sayuri and I are really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also similarities that you wouldn't expect. Like the way she talks about you? Sounds like you two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you don't show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it into that much? I could be. Oh gosh, it sounds like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knows what someone that's so happy would enjoy things sad too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas are already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless language. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like this, but because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Phew! I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monaco are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Gamer did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time stashing my own writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. And Gamer liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what you're just Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Gamer appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Oh no, they're gonna argue and ask whose is better. Watch. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as GG Gamer started showing up. Natsuki! Wait, what? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Watch, they're gonna ask whose is better. I'm gonna choose neither. Gamer? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Gamer. Wait! There's a reason why we have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You don't understand that, right, Gamer? Both of you are good. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whom I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, this one has to go. Okay, this option is out. Help me, Sayori. You know what? Actually, no, we're gonna do this. Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri... Yuri's expression is so defenseless, I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this? Gamer. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. I changed the subject, good! Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. How do you know that, Sayori? Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down, blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is his vice president? I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader, but I can organize things. I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's just weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only she'd get the chance to talk a little bit more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about our sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Gamer, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. To think myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod myself with a newfound determination. Gamer! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go! Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both really wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Gamer, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more myself to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. And that's where we're gonna leave things off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. Follow me on YouTube. Link is in my profile. Follow me on Twitter, also in my profile. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.